Okay. Can we have a interactive session kind of a thing? Like
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure.
maybe some questions.
Yes.
If anybody wants to ask or anything, or you want to ask, yeah, let's make it something like that instead of me just talking.
Yeah, sure, sure, ma'am. If you can introduce yourself to us, I know I gave the information, but it's always better to hear from you.
Yeah. Um, as you all know, like just now, my name is Mohana Madhuri. So I started my journey in 2011. I came into the spiritual path and I started meditation to sleep properly. My family, after my marriage, I started meditation. So my family, they are into meditation for more than 20 plus years now. So I used to observe them, but they never told me or forced me to, you need to meditate, you need to come into this path. They never told me in that way. So I always used to observe them. At the same time, um, my husband, he suggested me because I'm not at all a good, I never used to sleep properly. Like I need a pin drop silence to sleep. And I don't know what is exactly called um, a deep sleep, a sound sleep. So he observed that and he suggested me just when you're sleeping, just try to observe your breath and sleep if you feel comfortable. This is how he just mentioned. Then I started doing it, and after a few days, like I could sleep properly, like not the 100%, but I could sleep a little bit. Where I used to get distracted a lot, now there is no distraction much.
Wow.
So this is how I started the journey. And I used to observe my family, how they are talking with each other, how their relations are. And they used to talk about positivity, all those things. All these things are very new for me because I don't know anything about the practice of meditation. I have zero knowledge about it. So we at that point in time, like we were in Bangalore. So I used to visit Pyramid Valley very frequently. Almost every weekend, we used to go there, and we used to. Um, they used to do something which sometimes I used to understand, sometimes I don't know what they are doing. So whenever I used to go to Pyramid Valley, I used to go to King's Chamber, and I spent many times over there just looking at the ceiling. And but I used to feel very good. Like if I sit for half an hour or so, more than that also, I never used to get bored. I used to feel good. But I it took some time for me to close my eyes, sit for longer. Then slowly I started closing my eyes and uh, meditation or whatever it is. I started observing the breath, or I just started sitting calm. I started doing that. Then I felt one day I observed a lady on the king's chamber. It's very dark. And she took a book and pen and she started writing. I observed that and I got scared. Literally, I got scared because it's very dark and she started writing. I don't know what it is. At that point in time, I closed my eyes, um, and somehow I went into
Mm.
very deep, and at that point in time, I felt my breath became shorter and shorter and shorter, and it just came to my uh, between the eyebrows, and it is just gone. And just observing it, what is happening, and I know that I'm breathless for some time, maybe for a few seconds, something like that. Then I know my awareness is saying, yes, it is there. Your breath is not there, but you're still there. It is just saying the awareness or whatever it is just saying to me. And I was in that situation state for some time, and I came out. At that point in time, I felt there is something is there in this meditation. Something is there. Something happened to me now, and I could stay without breath. I could stay without breath for some time. So that really made me think about it. Uh, then slowly I increased my practice, and many times I started feeling that seeing my futuristic things, what I'm going to experience, and I experienced my astral body. So all these things made me uh, much more. It created a more strong bond towards to this path. So then, whatever it comes to me in front of me, I used to I used to take it as a challenge and try to implement in spiritual way. So be it a health issue, be it something related to my own personal challenge or fears, whatever it is, I started uh, doing in that way, like implementation. Implementation is a main key guy for me. For everything, whatever I learn, whatever I hear from the people, or whatever I read, I try to implement in my day-to-day life. That really made me create my own wisdom. Like I used to get the information from that, I used to take, implement it, and then it will convert into as a wisdom. The experience is nothing but the wisdom for me, for my own experience, from my own experience. So this is how I started my journey, and today I do. I really like spreading this meditation because it really benefited me in all the ways. All the ways means all the ways. It taught me how to fight with my emotions, how to come out of it, how to experience it, how to let go, how to overcome the fears, how to be happy in all the situations, how to be in the present moment. So it taught me all the things where today I see the spirituality and the physical world is not the two different things. It is one thing where we incorporate spiritual knowledge, whatever we are learning, we implement in this physical life. And that's how it drives us and it keeps us happy from within. It's not the outer happiness, it is inner happiness, joy, and blissfulness. So this is how my journey is. So I experimented with manifestation. I always try to take small things to experiment to gain the confidence. Instead of taking the bigger challenges, I prefer to do it a smaller things, whatever it is. Maybe when I came to know about the manifestation, I experimented on my hair. Like I followed this manasa vacha karmana, like man vachan karam. So I really followed that. along with the feeling. So I made a oil I used to apply and I used to communicate with them. Like I used to admire whenever I see my hair. At the same time, in the actions, I'm doing all these things, and inside me, I'm carrying that, yes, my hair, it's so beautiful, so healthy. It is growing very nicely. So this feeling and actions and the deeper inside, I'm using the pyramid energy also. Like whenever I'm taking shower, I use the pyramid energy water to take the shower. So all together, it really gave me a very good result where I manifested a very healthy hair. So though it is a small thing, but it really gave me the confidence that yes, if you're aligned with these things like man, vachan, and karam and the feelings all together in the same alignment, you'll definitely able to uh, get it whatever you want. You can manifest anything. So like this, I experiment many things every day. I I in this process I learned this also. Have to communicate with my uh, hair. Hair means it's nothing but you're communicating with yourself. How deeply they are listening to us. How deeply they respond immediately when we really connect with them and talk. Maybe with our organ cells, all the parts of our body. So this is one way, and I learned this also how um, I don't like to take tablets much. So I started. I had to do this root canal thing, something. So I visited the doctor, and they just told me to do this thing, root canal, and I got the appointment, everything, and I started preparing myself in a way. I don't want to give tablet to my body and for this to control the pain. So let me, I thought, let me communicate with my tooth and let's see how it reacts. Anyways, a tablet is there with me. If it is really pains, I can take it. So from the day before day onwards, like if it is tomorrow, from today onwards, I started communicating with it like, yes, we are going to do this. We are together and we'll face it and we'll enjoy this process. And I don't want to give you a tablet. At the same time, if you're not able to bear, I'm okay to give that. So you do let me know. It's your wish. Whatever you want to go through with that, I'm okay to go in that way. So I told my tooth in that way, and after that, they give anesthesia, right? Maybe after afternoon or so, all my I became normal and I could feel a very little pain, very, very less. Then I observed and I started meditating. I started sending the energy to it. And the next day when I observed that, I didn't even feel the pain or I didn't even realize that I I went to something like the root canal thing I did or anything. It was so normal. There is no pain at all. So in that process also I learned how deeply our body listens to us. So yeah, these are the experiments, few things. I don't know why I wanted to share these things.
Yeah, that's really wonderful
Maybe
that uh, these are the daily things which will happen in our life. And it is very helpful that you are sharing with us so that everybody is aware, not aware of these.
yeah. So if you have any questions related to
Yeah.
this or anything else, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
was,
share. Mm,
when you were saying about that emotions, how you were, I, I got the way how you were controlling the emotions for your tooth pain. But in our daily life, the relationships are the major one where you will be affected with emotions. Any such example which you want to share with us relate related to the emotions um, and the thoughts, how you
okay.
manifest it?
Yeah. Um, okay, with the relations, yeah, it's a very good question actually. Um, we always have some kind of um, maybe we have some few predefined statements like mother means she's filled with love. Mother-in-law means she won't warn us, something like that. So with that thought itself, even I carried and I started my journey. Um, then whenever whatever she used to tell me, I used to feel so bad. Though it is nothing is there over there, but I used to feel bad. I don't want to take those things. Then slowly I observed few things. Then I used to share with my husband. I'm very thankful to him. He's a very good listener and he's a very good guide also for me. So I started sharing with him whatever I used to feel discomfort. Then he asked me one question like, if your mother is there over there, if she talks the same thing, would you take it in the same way? Then I thought, okay, that is a difficult question, but I started thinking in that way. But later on, it was so difficult for me to accept that. But whenever I used to think something related to my relation with her, whenever it pops up a negative thing, the other part of it somewhere or the other corner, it used to tell me, like, if your mom says, what do you think? This is the same question. If your mom says, what do you think? Would you react in the same way? Would you carry the same emotion, same anger? So these questions constantly it used to come to me. So then I used to I used to think in a way, no, if my mom says what I'll think. So I'll take it in a positive way. I I pay a little bit attention, or I may not pay the attention. So like that, I started experimenting it. I started implementing it, and slowly I understood that where I'm lacking. So she is in front of me. Uh, she's showing me that you need to correct these things for yourself. Maybe a deep expectation or acceptance, all these things. She's maybe a ego where nobody should tell me anything. I can take decisions for myself. So all these things, whatever I'm observing in her, those things, it is for me. Uh, she acted as a mirror. So I started realizing in me those things, and I started working on those things. When I started working on those things, slowly I'm not able to find any negative stuff in her. I accepted her as she is. At the same time, when I started working on myself, acceptance, keeping no expectations from her. I'm not saying that 100% I achieved that, but at that point in time, whatever expectations I have from her, there is no expectations. So when I started working in that way, even I could see some changes in her also, where she became very friendly. She started acting in the way I wanted. She used to keep the space also very clean, neat and clean, where like how I like it. So I understood in this process, I really thanked her at that point in time to make me learn these things. And I understood this when your thoughts are clear, when you try to see things in a different way, definitely the environment, everything will also change in that way. It is not that um, when we change, when we our perspective changes, automatically these things also changes. The other person changes at the same time, atmosphere changes, whole vibration changes over there. So those things, it really triggered me. So from that onwards, I tried my best to accept each and every person as they are. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm on the way to do those things. Sometimes um, I do get imbalanced, but what I observed is the time frame, what I used to be there and take those things and think again and again about those things and get irritated or make some judgments related to that particular thing or anything. Now I'm my my time frame is very, very, very less, very less. And there is one more thing. Um, we are away from the family, and I'm practicing all these things. Every day I feel I'm becoming better and better and better. But at the same time, when I go to the family, it really gives me the exact progress report where I'm standing. So initially, whenever I used to go to India, I used to feel they are acting really bad, weird. The group is so bad. I shouldn't be with the family. All those things I used to think. But when I really started working on myself, when I started changing myself slowly, so every time my perspective changed. Like, okay, I'm going to India means I'm going to get my progress report and I'll see how many marks I'm going to get this time. So when I started thinking in that way, I used to excel in few things. I used to fail in few things. So I used to understand, okay, you need to work on these things. So come back. I used to work. And again, when I'm going there, it's again a report card. So this time when I went, I can give 100 marks upon 100 for me. Like because I'm I'm so happy being there and I really enjoyed. There is no complaints from my end. I didn't see anything bad from anyone. So I felt okay, this is an achievement for me. This is how when we start working on ourselves, our relations will be filled with love and joy. When we always see the things in others and we feel that we are very perfect enough, we are perfect. No, because the perfection definition for everyone, it is so different. For me, perfection is different. For somebody else's perfection definition is different. So I stopped looking for the perfection. So I just started accepting people and however they are, I'm okay with them. So this is how I balance my relations. I do get irritated sometimes, but the immediately the way I realize it really gave me the courage to face it again and again, to experiment, to groom myself, and I learned forgiveness towards to this acceptance and compassion. I learned giving love. Yeah, everything.
Wonderful, wonderful. Um, do you prefer any books which you love to share with our team members?
Okay. I'm not a good reader, but I listen a lot. But one book which really made me sit and read for 3 times, that is Conversation with Mahavatar Babaji.
Wow.
That that book is really helped me to understand why we need pyramid,
Mm,
what it does, what is a what is a connectivity with the pyramid and higher dimension people, and the way they communicate the messages with us when we are inside the pyramid and the energy work what they do. So that book really made me understand those points and the energy, the Mahavatar Babaji energy, it really takes you somewhere. So that book, that is the first book which I read 3 times in just I used to finish one time, again I used to start. So that is my I prefer that. I suggest that
mhm,
book. And yeah, and in Telugu there is one book called Bhavana Shakti. It is from Louis L. Hay.
mhm.
I don't know what it is in English, but in Telugu it is Bhavana Shakti. So we have 15 points in it. It is all about love, forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, um, being without. Uh, yeah, there are 15 points. I forgot. It's all related to happiness, joy,
Mhm.
everything. Everything is there. There are 15 points. If you practice those 15 points, you'll be a utmost happiest person from inside. There won't be any complaints, nothing. You just you just see love in everyone, compassion in everyone. You can give love to everyone. You see compassion and you forgive everyone. You accept things as it is. And we understand this also how the superpower or God or the universe or the nature, whatever we name it, they are always there with us and they are always holding our hands to guide us to walk along with us in our journey. So that these two books are really um, helped me to transform a bit. No, it not a bit. It transformed me
A
like
lot.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I suggest these two books and The Power of Now. That really talks about our thoughts. The Power of Now. So in that book, I learned um, how to observe your thoughts, how to wait for your thoughts, like how you can wait, which thought is going to create now. Like I literally observe that, okay, which thought is going to come now? What is a connecting thought to it? So when I started observing those things, I understood that when we wait for those thoughts, the thoughts won't come at all. So it will really make you be in that present moment. So there is no connecting thoughts to it when you keep on observing it. So
Yes.
like that, when we start observing those things, our thoughts will get reduced and reduced and reduced. And you can be without closing your eyes also with a zero thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful.